As a reminder, folks, our first stop at New Orleans Square Station is currently closed. This means you'll not be able to get on or off at New Orleans Square. So if you're looking to go to Pirates of the Caribbean or Adventureland right here at Main Street, this will be your closest stop. And if you're looking to go to Frontierland or Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, your closest stop will be Mickey's Toontown Depot on our route. Thank you. Alright folks, this train is ready to depart. For those of you just joining us, welcome aboard Holiday 2 on the Disneyland Railroad. During our journey today, we need everyone to remain seated, keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train at all times. And parents, supervise your little ones to make sure they're fully seated away from those large train door openings. Next stop, New Orleans Square Station. Once again, that station is currently closed. You will not be able to get off there. But then you'll be able to get off at Toontown, Tomorrowland, and back here at Main Street. Thank you.
Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. As we begin our journey, remember that for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Our first stop is New Orleans Square Station. But to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there. Literally. So be on the lookout. You just never know what might be lurking along the rails. Just ahead is New Orleans Square Station. This station also serves Frontierland and Critter Country. If you'll be leaving us here, please remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop.
Welcome to New Orleans Square Station. Once again, this station is currently closed, so no one will be able to get off here. So please remain seated during this time. Our next stop is Mickey's Toontown Depot. We will be making a quick stop here, folks. This is a real steam train that are pulling our car today. We may be filling up on some water, blowing down some speed, or changing out our engineers. Once again, remain fully seated during this time, but we'll be on our way shortly. Thank you. Alright folks, looks like it's one of those trips where we are going to be filling up on some water. Once again, this is a real steam train that are pulling our car today. About every other trip we fill up about 120 to 165 gallons of H2O. Once again, next stop is Mickey's Toontown Depot, your gateway for Fantasyland, Frontierland, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and of course Toontown. Thanks for your patience, and we'll be on our way shortly. Alright, this train is ready to depart. Thanks for your patience. Next stop, Mickey's Toontown Depot. Once again, please remain seated. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train at all times. And supervise your kids. Make sure to remain seated on your laps or on the inside of the benches away from those large train door openings. Thank you.
Just joining us, welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. To ensure a safe ride, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
We're now entering the bayou, soon to be home to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Princess Tiana swears there's magic out here, and wherever there's speaking of surprises, this place we're passing over is chock full of them. Here steamed past Hungry Bear Restaurant, as an outpost of these parts, we're now joining up with the rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams, and the stories that went with them, were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable. Like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness. This tunnel signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of gear, the one you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown, a cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland.
Welcome to Mickey's Toontown Depot. Once again, friends, please remain seated till the train comes to a full and complete stop. This great stop for Fantasyland, Toontown, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and Frontierland. Once again, remain fully seated till the train comes to a full and complete stop. If you're staying on board, next stop is Tomorrowland.
With us, we'll be resuming our trip in just a moment. This is Toontown Depot, Mickey's Toontown.
As a reminder for anyone just joining us, our New Orleans Square station is currently closed. This means you will not be able to get off there, so please plan accordingly. Once again, friends, please remain seated, hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train at all times. And parents, supervise your children. Make sure they're fully seated away from the large trainer openings. Next stop, Tomorrowland.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the Disneyland Railroad. For a safe ride, remember to stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain.
Permanezca sentado hasta que el bote se detenga en el muelle y se repita que lo separe. Gracias. Bitte bleiben Sie auf sitzen, bis es zu einem vollständigen Aufbau kommt. Danke.
steaming forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imagined. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders, submarines and astroblasters, and, if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail. This is the latest version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail, and us, are the fun-filled roadways of the Autopia. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings, including lightsabers and astroblasters, and step carefully from the train. Thanks, and have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight. We'll be on our way again in just a minute.
Welcome to Tomorrowland Station. During this time, we need everyone to remain seated until the train comes to a fully open stop. This is a great stop for the Disneyland monorail to take you to Downtown Disney, Buzz Lightyear's Ocean Monsters, Hyperspace Mountain, and many more. Once again, friends, remain seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop. For those of you staying on board, our next stop is Main Street, USA. Once again, folks, remain seated, hands on feet and legs inside the train while time and supervise your children. Next stop is Main Street, USA. Before we get there, we're going to make a detour around the rim of the Grand Canyon and travel back in time to primeval world. Throughout the remainder of the tunnel, make sure all lights are turned off, including stop photography, video lighting, and all light-up toys and accessories. Thank you.
Just come aboard, welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.
way back in time to the fantastic past of the primeval world, land of the dinosaurs.
Right here at Main Street. This will be our closest stop because our New Orleans Square station is currently closed. Also at this station, there is no ramps and no elevators, just stairs. So we do recommend keeping your strollers and wheelchairs folded to the bottom of the steps. Once again, friends, please remain seated till the train comes to a full and complete stop, and enjoy the rest of your day here at the Disneyland Resort.